A grizzly bear can crush a bowling ball in its jaws. A mountain lion can snap a deer's neck in total darkness. Yet, every night, thousands of humans sleep in the wilderness, wrapped in nothing but a thin layer of nylon. Defenseless, blind, unconscious. So why don't the Earth's most lethal carnivores just eat us in our sleep? The answer is a highly unsettling biological secret, one that will shatter our illusion of human supremacy. They hunt in the shadows, while we tremble in the light. To understand a predator, one must understand how they perceive the world. Wild animals do not wander the forest looking for anything that breathes. They operate on hardwired biological programming called a search image. A mountain lion is genetically programmed to recognize the specific silhouette of a deer grazing in the twilight. A wolf is calibrated to detect the frantic, twitchy movements of a frightened elk. When they stumble upon a human wrapped in a sleeping bag, their neurological targeting system simply fails to compute. A human laying perfectly still, enclosed in synthetic fabric, does not trigger the predatory instinct. We do not look like prey, we do not move like prey, and most importantly, we do not act like prey. In the animal kingdom, fleeing triggers the chase. A sleeping human is an anomaly, a bizarre, horizontal object that defies their millions of years of evolutionary training. To a bear, an unknown object is not an invitation for a meal, it is a potential threat. Researchers estimate that predators avoid unfamiliar targets roughly 90% of the time unless they are suffering from severe starvation. We conquer the unknown through reckless curiosity, while they survive the wilderness through calculated caution. But the visual anomaly is only half the story. The real deterrent is entirely invisible. In the wild, scent is the absolute language of survival. A sleeping human radiates an overwhelming and unnatural odor profile that is highly disturbing to wildlife. We reek of artificial soap, heavily processed deodorants, and woven polyester. More importantly, human camps carry the ultimate biological warning signal, the scent of smoke and fire. For countless generations, wild animals have learned that fire equates to total destruction. It is the universal scent of catastrophe. When a predator approaches a camp, their highly sensitive olfactory bulbs are assaulted by these alien chemical signatures. Biologists believe that the smell of a modern human camp is so intensely unnatural that it overwhelms the predator's senses, creating a zone of sensory confusion. They do not smell a vulnerable piece of meat. They smell an industrial hazard, a toxic environment laced with the memory of burning forests. No calculations, no complex risk analysis, just primal biological alarms screaming at them to walk away. Furthermore, we fundamentally misunderstand the daily reality of an apex predator. Human culture romanticizes lions and wolves as fearless killing machines that attack anything in their path. The biological reality is far more conservative. In the wilderness, hunting is a desperate and dangerous economic transaction. Every time a predator attacks, it risks a broken tooth, a shattered rib, or a blinded eye. Without veterinary hospitals, a minor injury in the wild is a guaranteed death sentence. Therefore, predators are supreme risk managers. They only invest their energy when the outcome is highly predictable and the prey is familiar. A human is tall, possesses forward-facing eyes like a fellow predator, and behaves outside the established rules of the food chain. To attack a sleeping human is to gamble on an unknown entity. What if it explodes? What if it possesses toxic venom? What if it fights back with unnatural weapons? Unless an animal has been tragically habituated to human garbage and associates our scent with easy calories, its deepest instinct is to bypass the mystery. We dominate our environments by destroying whatever we do not understand, while they maintain their ecosystems by respecting the boundaries of the unknown. There is also a fascinating chemical dynamic at play in the dead of night. When a prey animal is hiding, it is typically flooded with cortisol. It breathes rapidly, its heart races, and its body is soaked in the biochemical markers of pure terror. Predators can smell this fear. It acts as an olfactory dinner bell, signaling vulnerability and weakness. But when a human is deep in REM sleep inside a tent, our biology shifts, our heart rate plummets, our breathing becomes slow, rhythmic, and incredibly calm. We are not projecting the frantic, desperate energy of a cornered animal. We are projecting the calm, steady rhythm of an apex predator at rest. In a strange twist of evolutionary fate, our blissful ignorance in the wild actually serves as a biological camouflage. Because we do not realize how much danger we are truly in, our bodies do not broadcast the chemical signals of prey. The predator investigates the tent, senses a slow heartbeat and a complete absence of panic, and walks away. It has already decided we are not prey. This ingrained biological restraint forces us to confront our own inflated ego. We walk into ancient forests believing we are the absolute masters of the earth, assuming that every creature either worships our intelligence or desperately wants to eat us. But the wilderness is entirely indifferent to our self-importance. When a grizzly bear silently walks past a sleeping hiker under a canopy of stars, it is not an acknowledgement of human superiority. It is a moment of rare, silent grace, granted by a world that operates on rules older than our species. The predator simply looks at us, evaluates our bizarre existence, and chooses not to engage. It is a humbling reminder that nature does not revolve around our desires or our fears. We are merely temporary, fragile guests in a beautifully dangerous, interconnected home. If we truly understood how often we are spared by the quiet mercy of wild things, we might walk through the forest with far more reverence. We pave over the earth to carve our names into history, while they quietly share the night without leaving a trace. If wild animals lost this inherited biological programming, would humanity ever dare to step into a forest again? Tell us in the comments. What should we explore next? The brutal political empires of chimpanzees, or the terrifying memory of wild elephants? Let us know below, and do not forget to subscribe and share this video with your most adventurous friend. We will see you next time.